As one of the forerunners of innovative projects for patients in hospital, TONIC provides a range of entertaining and therapeutic activities to engage the individual. This video looks particularly at one project that came from a need to cater specifically for sick children and young adults who were confined to their beds. TONIC commissioned Poppets Puppets to devise 4 shows and based them around the bedside. These shows are called Counterpain Tales. We believe that patient-focused activities are becoming more and more key in patient healthcare today. What's special about Counterpain Tales is that it caters for the individual. The whole show is performed on the child's bed. The bed becomes the theatre, it becomes the magical land where the play takes place, and the child is taken off on a magical tour.
I do the spin-yo. I'm Uncle Tacko, and I'm the Chief Bed Officer.
Yes, and I'm Gacko, and I'm the Junior Bed Officer.
That's right, and we both come from the Bed Office.
Bed Office,
or
yes.
BO for short.
BO for short, yes.
It's 76 inches.
76 inches.
Well, we have to measure things.
We do, yeah. We have to check the comfortability of the mattress, for
Yeah, we have
example.
to sort out whether there's enough bubbles in the Lucozade.
Whether the pillows are fluffy enough.
Yeah, and if not, we have to sort it out. And more often than not, there's a bit of a time delay.
There certainly is.
Your pillows aren't very comfy either. I'm going to have a word with the soft furnishings department.
I'm going to get on the Janice as well. It's doubled in that one. All right.
Hello.
Hello, Janice.
Yeah, now I'm afraid
How you going?
there's a few things we like to do.
We do.
A few little kind of gadgets and games.
Just our little hobby, you understand?
Something that you can do for the fun of it.
Yeah, just for a laugh, really.
Make them have a laugh.
Oh, they like that, don't they?
Side splitting. Well, not too splitting.
Oh, sometimes.
No.
Hello there, Sam. How are you, lad? My name is Big Ron Thurkinson, and I'm the manager of Get Welchester United. That's right. Put your arm down on the bed here. Yeah. The palm the other way up. Now then, lift me up into the sky. That's it. Now then, I want to have a word with you before we have the big match this afternoon. We are going to have a penalty shootout to practice your penalties. Is that all right, Sam? Oh!
Well, we've been performing together as Poppets Puppets for about 7 years now, which of course is great fun because we find ourselves in all kinds of situations in doing our shows. And what I really enjoy about it is the looks on the children's faces and the fact that they completely fall for it. They completely believe that those little characters are real.
Hello, cheeky! Hello there! Yes, it's me! I'm your queen! I think a lot of the kids that are on the wards, especially when they're in isolation, become really quite lonely and bored. There's not an awful lot for them to do. So we're able to go in and actually bring these puppets along with us, and they can actually perform on the bed and do the show on the beds themselves. And the kids get to meet a whole new load of friends, and we have a whole load of fun.
There were lots of baboons.
Yes, look at them! And there they were all going like baboons.
We do get bored in here, there isn't a lot to do, so it's just something to look forward to, something different that you don't normally see.
And also it was educational because they were asked them to write down a story and then put on their own individual puppet shows, and they all enjoyed it.
And it just makes a change from sitting in front of the television all the time.
The aim of the workshop is to provide the children with a chance to create their own puppets in a very child-focused atmosphere and to learn how to animate that puppet and have something to take home with them as a reminder of the day as well.
And this is a horse, but obviously it's half a horse at the moment.
The children really enjoy making the puppets, and they get to use all sorts of materials and get really messy and create something that they really like and take home with them to remind them of the day.
It was great. I liked it. Exciting.
It's something for people to do, isn't it, where they're sat in bed.
He spent a lot of time in hospital, so this is very different for him, and it just gives him something to do, something to look forward to. He's been looking forward all day to doing this, and yesterday with the hand puppet, he loved that as well. He's very proud of his hand puppet.
Hello.
I think every hospital should have something like this for the children. It's brilliant.
Yeah, will you do that, Jade, as well? Okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Elsie Ramsbottom!
Geronimo! Who did that?
You could tell that the lion didn't like it for giving a kind of a roar. He pulled Albert in the cage with him and swallowed the little laddo.
We can cater for all ages, right from very young up to the sort of 16-year-olds. One particular show of the set can also be taken into children who have got low immunity or are in isolation, and through the research we've done, we've managed to devise a show which is fully wipe downable, so can go into high infection control areas. Certainly from the feedback that we've had so far, we have a very positive impact on the ward. We can enhance the clinical services in as far as a lot of the puppets can be used as distractional therapy on a day-to-day basis when a child is having some sort of minor procedure done on the ward.
I think it's really important to have these sort of things on the ward because TONIC is like interactive and it's live, whereas TV and video games are just sort of stationary, aren't they, and they're not really interacting with the children, so I think it's really important.
Because a lot of the children on my ward are on bed rest, so it's essential that things can be done at the bedside as well as going off the ward to other places.
Seeing some of the children this morning that you've been doing the puppet shows with, and just to see the changes in their sort of personality and to hear them laughing and sort of, you know, really getting excited about the puppet shows and everything has been really good.
When they're in the hospital, they don't have a lot of control over the situation, a lot of control over when their medicines are, when they have to go to theatre, things like that. But the one thing they can control is activities that they're doing and getting enjoyment out of things.
If someone rang me from another ward or another hospital and asked me what I thought about TONIC and what they've done today and yesterday, I'd say that it's definitely worth booking them and that it's made a big difference to the care provided to the children.
Counterpain Tales can be a huge benefit to hospitals looking for something that's fun and rewarding.
The beauty of Counterpain Tales is that we can go into any hospital in virtually any situation and bring a whole host of characters with us and have a whole heap of fun.
What we're able to do is to create a moment of magic on the counterpane of a child's hospital bed.
Just because I'm big, and just because I'm a monster, people assume that I'm useless.
Well, he's not necessarily useless, is he, Mr. Mayor?
It's risky.
Would you like to gamble all your sweeties for tonight's star prize?
There you go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you now.
Well,